Praise God. How are you doing? How is your day? How are you going about? Is everything that you put it down today and your schedule, in your diary, umefikia wapi kwa hiyo siku ya leo? No, we say we plan our lives and we plan our days. We make sure that every hour is accounted for. So umefika wapi kwa siku ya leo? And if not yet, kama hujafika pale mwisho, please don't put so much pressure to yourself until you feel like you want to break down. Please allow yourself to at least breathe so that you can bring out quality results. So make sure that yes, kupeliwe ati sasa usifanye kenye ulikuwa unafaa kufanya umalizie ati Trevor alisema tusijinini sana. Please plan your life, plan yourself well, and you know your capability, you know where you can stretch yourself too much, and you know how far yourself can go to bring in results. Karibu sana. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Trevilla Luta. This is the Partners Show. I hope utakuwa hapa paka mwisho. This is the time that you call in your friends. Make sure that they are all here so that we get to learn a few things, we get to unlearn a few things, and also relearn some other things. And I want us to talk about something that affects every one of us, but rarely do we train it. Everybody of us, it's a tuna mahali inatushika, lakini rarely do we train it, and that is our minds. And I want us to know how deep are we in our mental growth, and I want us to go deeper and further so that in the next coming days, you become a better version of yourself. You become a better person than what you prospered, what you inspired other people to be, motivate other people to be. Also yourself, get motivated and become better. Yeah, usikuwe tu ndo ni hero wa watu wengine and you're not a hero to yourself. So I am here today to make sure that you're also a hero to yourself. But before we start with that mental growth, I want to show you how you can partner with Oracle TV. It's very simple, it's very easy, and it's the best thing you can ever do. Trust me, it's the better thing you can do to yourself. It is simple. You go to our M-Pesa Paybill number 171133, account is Oracle TV. And do you know why we partner with Oracle TV? For us to be able to come on air and bring to you good and quality programs. That is, we bring to you good and quality scriptures. We bring to you good and quality sermons. That is why we are able to bring in different men of God so that they can give you quality and sound doctrine. And we are able to become live because you are there, and because you always don't forget to partner with us. And if it is your first time, karibu sana. You just landed in the best TV station ever. You will never regret watching Oracle TV, because this is where you get wisdom. This is where you get revelation in a deeper understanding. And of course, this is where you get to remove those shell, or to get out of that cocoon that you're in and know, why am I in this spot? What is it that is happening in my life that I need to correct? And you can be able to get knowledge of all that by you partnering with Oracle TV. And it is simple. The Paybill is running on your screen, 171133, account is Oracle TV. And maybe uko pale unasema, I want something tangible. Nataka kitu yenye nikienda mahali, I'll always be reminded that I am a partner to Oracle TV, or I'll be reminded about Oracle TV. Worry not, we have something that you can walk along with everywhere you're going, to your meetings, to your business tenders, to everywhere you're going, to the airport. Maybe unapata revelation, unasema nikiwa kwa airport ndo napatanga revelation, nikiwa na fly ndo napata hizo revelation, and you don't have somewhere to put it down. We have good and executive diaries, and these diaries, trust you me, that the diaries you cannot afford to miss, and they come in different colors. The color that you want. Unasikia mimi nikiwa na hii color ya gray, then you put down those revelation eyes zinaingiana vizuri. So worry not, you order the gray one and we'll deliver it for you. If you want the black one or the orange one, or you want the green one, just put that order, and that is one way of you partnering with Oracle TV. And the good part of this diary is it helps you to plan your month. We are in this year, and we have agreed that this year we are people who plan. We are people who are tunaona mbali, we have visions, and those visions, they cannot just come. Lazima put it down on paper so that you can have somewhere to go back to, somewhere to be accountable. And you know, when you're accountable, you know that today I did much less than I'm supposed to be doing, or tomorrow what should I increase, which speed should I go with, so that you'll be able to accomplish that vision. Nakumbuka hizo list yenye uliandika mwaka ikianza, ukasema this is how far I want to be, this is what I need, this is this diary helps you to be able to achieve your dreams, and of course to achieve your goals, and know, why am I lagging behind? Why am I not where I'm supposed to be by this time? And you'll be able to realize, oh, kumbe, I have not done 1, 2, 3. I need to increase my speed in 1, 2, 3. So this is the diary for you. And the best part, it has a quote, motivating quotes ziko hapo chini. Ukitaka kuona hizo quotes zinakuambia, zinakumotivate. Ukisikia kama unasikia I'm not doing it well, you read that quote and you continue moving. Most of the times you need just to motivate yourself. Most of the time are the times that you need something, you read something and you're like, wow, you get rejuvenated again, and you feel there's something I can do about myself again. Please get this diary for you. Apart from the quote and the monthly planner, there's always a space there for you to what you learned this week or this month. Kuna hiyo space and you unaandika, this is what I learned this month, this is what I need to change this month. Imagine diary gani umeiona hivyo. It has places unataka kuenda wapi internationally, it has the abbreviation for those space, it has the timings for those countries that you want to go, for the states that you want to go. Inakwambia country iko na airport ama iko na nini, utafika wapi na nini. So this is a diary. Once you have it, you are assured completely kabisa, uko assured that there is something that is shifting in my life. If you've not purchased this, please purchase so that you can start feeling how you're feeling, because there is something about this diary and inakufanya tu you just want to become a person of results this 2026. You know, as always we say, methods may differ, but pale kwa results ndo kuna make change. So when you're having this diary, you will be like, I have not done enough. Any diary yenyewe inakuambia I am executive, please you need to live executively. I am an executive, please you need to improve in 1, 2 areas. So get this diary, start planning your life, start planning your day, start iko na mpaka places the important dates, anniversaries, nini. Yani you cannot forget anything. Kama wewe ule mtu mwasemanga, why I forgot my mom's birthday. This is the diary for you. I forgot my spouse's special day. Kama kwanza wanaume ndo wengi wanasafa hii. I forgot the anniversary. Nilisahau leo ndo ile siku. Put it, chukua diary uandike so that utokee kama wewe ndio hero, umesave the day. Na ni diary ilikusaidia kukumbuka this is the special day of the other person, of the sister, or of your brother, or whoever special person you have in your life. You know, special people differ in different people. When mwingine the special person is a mom, mwingine the special person is a spouse. So according to who your special person is, get the diary so that you do not forget the important things in their lives and in your life also. And as I told you, I want us to talk about our mental growth. And you know that is the most limiting power that watu wengi we overlook. Most of us tunaiangalia and you're like, this is not what I'm supposed to be thinking about. This is not, you know, kuna point of in your life you're supposed to heal fast. Kuna wengine wame heal, wame grow, they have moved past it and they're successful. And others decide to stay stagnant. When I say stagnant, they are not healing, they're just in that space. And it's not because that they want, or maybe it is out of ignorance. And that is why we are here to tell you how you can come out of that mental state and you start growing. You know, everything starts from conception. Inaanzia wapi? Hapa kwa mind. And I love it, the way the Bible says, be ye renewed in your mind. Inaanzia wapi? Kwa mind. Because how far you can see yourself, how far you can feel you want to go, how far you think. You know, the Bible still says, as the man thinketh, so is he. So ukikaa tu hivi unajifikirianga, I cannot go this far, I cannot go beyond this place, I cannot go this way, I cannot do this. Imagine that is how you will be. And that is why we are here to say, let's move on from what happened, from the traumas that happened, from every bad thing that happened, or how you think you are, and start thinking great things in your life. Start thinking, I am a great business person, I'm a great entrepreneur. And how you start thinking, by the way, let me give you an example of myself. You know, there are points that ulikuwa unakaa unafikiria, this is the end of me, there is nothing else I can do, there is no, hapa ndio nimefika, and that is my thinking. But once you start saying, yes, whatever happened, I lost a parent, yes, but that is not the end of it, because they are not the ones who hold my future. God is the one who holds my future, and is the one who knows how far I can be. And you start aligning yourself in that and start thinking, yes, they have gone, yes, but now let me think about myself. Who do I want to become? Who is Trevilla? In the next 5 years, what do I want to achieve as a person? In the next 10 years, how far do I want to be? And what do I want to do so that I can also be a person? Unajua Mungu hajakuleta tu kwa dunia so that you can come and then after you've lived, you go. There is an impact you're supposed to live in lives of people. And if what God has given to you is just for you alone, kuna siku utawai grow. God brought you in this world because there is somebody somewhere. If you fail today, believe you me, thousands of people have failed. Sababu kuna mwenye anangoja you become great so that you can, unaweza watoa mahali wako, you can teach them 1 or 2 or 3 things. So please today start thinking towards where you want to be. And once you start thinking how far you want to be, there's a book that I was gifted by my mentor, and that book is written by the who is this person called Chikwado, and this person this author is talking about how once you start growing mentally, that is when you start even shifting in your physical state. That is when you start unaanza kuchange tabia tu fulani, unaanza kuona hivi venye nilikuwa, you start reacting differently. Why? Because you've changed your thinking. Imagine everything. And I remember one time the man of God said, you know, poverty is here. It's not actually in the pocket as most people think. At when I don't have finances, you know, I'm poor, you know. But once you start thinking, once you start knowing, you start thinking of how will I create this wealth? How will I do 1, 2, 3? And that is how you start like erasing poverty from your life slowly. Unajua kuna wanataka instant microwave poverty, not poverty, prosperity, and you're like leo nimekaa kesho. By the way, there are miracles. I'm not against. There are miracles that happens today. Somebody sleeps poor, but when the person wakes up tomorrow, the person is rich. Why? Because God has ordered somebody to bless their life. God has ordered somebody to maybe bless them with the business, to do 1, 2, 3 for them, and they become. But that happens too. And if you ask those people, the sacrifice they have paid, it's way beyond. But as much as God has blessed them with the blessing, that's why most utakuta, I love it when the man of God Rev Mark said, look for what drives the person, not what the person drives. You get the difference? Because even if God orders someone to give you a business, if your thinking is not transformed, if you're not yet transformed in the way that you can handle that business and make it grow from how you, maybe ulipatiwa kama ni stall moja, but because your mind is great, you're thinking like an entrepreneur, you have changed how you used to see things, and umeanza kufanya vitu venye inafaa. Trust you me, when maybe the person comes to visit once again, they will see you having 3 stalls. Why? Because you grew here. But if unasema, oh, now God has blessed me, let me now, ukwe kama the foolish one mwenye alisema I have everything. Kwa Bible amepanda, amevuna, ameziweka kwa granary, akajua now this is the time for me to eat. But literally the person know that night God was seeking the soul. So usikue hivyo, ka ukijua like I am here, this is how I want to grow, and how does God want me to grow in it? Because not every open door is an open door. from God. Not every, and once you understand, you'll not just jump to every, because you have grown. Kama hauja grow mentally, that's why you find people get frustrated so easily. These are people who get emotional so easily. These are people who, hata ukimwambia tu, they feel offended so easily. Why? Because they have not yet grown. Kuna ule mtu mwenye hata umwambie nini, it will not, haita haribu mood yao, because they know whatever I'm pursuing is much greater than what this person is saying right now, than me being angry at this point and losing what I'm supposed to be getting ahead of me. If you know that, please start growing. If you have been, unaona kama mimi nimepoteza vitu mingi kwa maisha, nimefanya nini, and you're like, I can't even go, trace yourself back. Sometimes it is good to trace your steps back. Sit down and ask yourself, where I am going, is it actually the best thing for me? Will I be doing justice to myself? Will I be doing great to me? I am destroying myself? Because there are steps that we're taking, and truly, for sure, you are destroying yourself. Sit down, ask yourself, this step that I'm taking, am I even taking the best step? What do I need to do? Sometimes 10 minutes silence every day makes lots of difference, because you start meditating about who you are. You start meditating, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I where I'm supposed to be? What is happening? What is that wrong? And unajua hiyo wakati hakuna noise, hakuna nini, umekaa tu hapo kwa room, you've already prayed, you've already done everything, this is that silent moment, you are there, and you want just to reflect on you, to see what is happening to me. There are people who have lost loved ones, and since that day they have never been themselves again. You know why? They attach their lives to them so much, and they think like, God has left me, this is the worst thing, that ayani Mungu hakuna mtu mwingine tu aliona apitishie hizi vitu, ni mimi tu aliona nipitishie. Things happen, that is the way of life. But before you reach there, what difference will you have done in this life? And you know, when you're not well mentally, you cannot bring any change. You can never grow. You cannot bring growth. But once you start sobering upstairs, trust you me, results will always come. Results will be there. And of course, because before I start telling you about the signs of mental immaturity and of course mental growth, I want you to continue partnering with Oracle TV. I want you to continue being that partner, and not forgetting those who have always supported us, those who have always been there for us, those who said, I cannot go a day without me partnering with Oracle TV. I cannot go a single day without me doing the due diligence of the day. And you know, you are doing this because you have said to yourself, no umejipanga, tumekubaliana this is the year of planning. You've planned yourself, and you understood the assignment, and you hearkened the voice of God, and you said, because I have seen God working for me through Oracle TV, I will always be a partner. It's very simple, it's very easy. 171133 account Oracle TV. And once you've done that, the good Lord will always bless you. And I always remind you, remember to always be an ambassador for Oracle TV out there. Tell people about Oracle TV. Tell them why it is important for them to continue partnering with us, what they will get in Oracle TV if it is their first time ever. And of course, spread the good news, the programs they will get here, the sermons they will get here. It is life-changing. They cannot watch Oracle TV and remain the same. Like it cannot happen. It cannot happen. There must be a difference. There must be a change. And when people see you, they will always glorify God. Unaona ile mtu akienda mbele za Mungu, like anaenda pale anaomba, anasema, God, thank you for doing this. Imagine that person will include in their prayers. Why? Because it is because of you they knew Oracle TV and they came out of their bondages. It's because of you they knew Oracle TV and they went to deliverance services, and these deliverance services made their life better than the way they came in. And that is the best part of it. Walikuja wakiwa tasa, wametoka wakiwa na watoto. Wamekuja wakisumbuliwa, now they have mega businesses. They came while they don't know what, like this is the end of them. But now they have a story to tell. Why? Because they've been watching Oracle TV and they've seen how God is doing them well. And you know, these testimonies are those that keep people going. And you know, we shall overcome them. They shall overcome them by the power of what? The testimony and the blood of the Lamb. So once you keep on testifying, once you keep on telling how God has done you good through Oracle TV, trust you me, you'll uplift somebody else's spirit. You make sure the faith of the other person is lifted, and also them can wait for their miracle, knowing that I am sure I will get my miracle, knowing that I am sure something different will happen to my life. They are sure that if I continue watching Oracle TV, through the midnight prayers, my life will change. If I continue watching Oracle TV, through certain programs, I get knowledge. If I watch Oracle TV, through 1, 2, 3, there is a difference in me. And you do not want to miss all this. You do not want to miss all these good things that is happening here. I always tell you, we give you balanced diet meal. We make sure your physical man is fed. We make sure that your spirit man is fed. And also you get revelation and you get knowledge. You do not just watch and you remain the same. You do not just say we are number one TV for nothing. It's because after you watching here, trust you me, there's a difference. And also there are so many other ways of you partnering with Oracle TV. You can partner with Oracle TV by you getting yourself diaries. And of course, diaries comes with different colors, comes in different types. So make sure kala ile ambao unasikia mimi nikitaka hii kala, ndo moyo wangu nasikianga umeridhika, nasikia ni kama nimefanya kitu ya maana. Please order the diary to your preference, to the color that you feel like this is it. Nikitembea now nitafeel nimefika. Please order the diaries. And also you can purchase Dr. Oracle's books. There are 7 of them. The 8th one is coming. So tulia ngoja upate hiyo kitabu ya 8. But before the 8th one comes, make sure you get yourself these 7 books. And you know, through these 7 books, you can never remain the same again. And the good thing about the books, hapo nyuma kuna prayer points kali like this. We kama unajiambia this is, I don't know how to pray, I don't know, please get yourself the prayer book. Hapo nyuma kwa kila kitabu pale nyuma kuna prayer points. You pray against witches, you pray against stagnancy, you pray against, you get the books. I don't want to destroy the juice. Just get the book and pray according to the prayer points that are written in that book and the knowledge that we'll be getting. If the dreams ndo zinakusumbua, get yourself the book of dreams. If kama unashindwa watu wanatembeanga je kwa kibali, yani mimi nimeshangaa watu kibali tu, watu wanaenda, mimi kwani niko na shida gani? Please get yourself the book of favor, wonders of favor, and trust you me, you will know what I'm talking about. You even start talking about this favor, you'll be the preacher now about how people can walk in favor. So purchase the books. And also you can become a partner by you advertising on Oracle TV. Once you advertise on Oracle TV, you also support Oracle TV. And if you don't have any idea of how to advertise, please just call the number that's running on your screen, 0711-176-006, and we'll be glad to tell you how you can advertise, what is required of you. Wetu kama uko na biashara lakini hujui kuendelea kutoka hapo, usijali, wewe piga tu simu, we will tell you how to go about it and how to do it, and trust you me, you will be happy that you made that choice and that decision, and trust you me, the best thing. And kama kuna kipindi unasikia mimi hii kipindi ninanibambanga sana and I want to become a partner, or I want to sponsor that program, also you can do so. If you want your advert to run on that program, you can call the number and we'll tell you how to go about it, how to sponsor. If you want mentions, unataka tu watu wa presenters wakiongea, they mention your products, they mention your company, they mention, just call the number and we'll be glad to do that. And of course, I wanted to tell you about the signs of mental immaturity. You're always blaming others. Like when something happens wrong, before even you own up the mistake, you just think about nitaweka nani aje kwa hii story. Hiyo kitu imeharibika, but you're like, ni nani truly know, you always you blame others. Of course, you get easily offended. As I said, you refuse correction, and you know you can never, in this life, you can never grow if you do not want to be corrected. And there's no correction that is too sweet, by the way. Hakunanga ile correction unasikia kama roho imenini, but it is how you take it that makes the whole total difference. Like, okay, correct you, how do you take it? How do you view it? How do you say it? Do you want it to make you grow? Ama wewe ulishafika, like nobody can tell you anything, like correct kama who? Like, why are you doing that? Those are people who show that they are mentally immature. And of course, they are emotional when it comes to decision making, like very emotional. You know that the decision that you need to make, you take your emotions, you put them aside, and then you make decisions while you're sober, completely sober. Because that's why tunaambiwa mara mingi, don't make a permanent decision or a temporary situation. Like, hii situation tu ilikuwa ya kupita, but now you've decided, this is what I want to do. And that is why unaambiwa chukua emotions, weka kando, or you wait until now you sober up, umerudi kawaida, and now you can make that decision. That shows that it's actually nasikianga mtu akisema na ule mtu ako matured. Why? It's how they are making decision, how they are approaching situations, how they are talking. It's making them people to view them in a different way. But imagine kitu yenye umelearn, it is very simple to unlearn. Like, it's very easy to unlearn. You start pole unataka ulianza kulearn hizo tabia pole, you can also unlearn them. And also showing that you're emotionally immature. Those people who are living just for now, like where you don't think about tomorrow, don't know what will happen the next time. You're getting money. I heard somebody saying they are getting a finance, tukule yote leo, ya kesho ni ya Mungu. Ni ukweli, sijakata, by the way. Ya kesho inakuanga ya Mungu. Truly, ya kesho ni ya Mungu. But the wise will always think about what is going to happen. Because if you have a family, you're just thinking, what if I'm not here tomorrow? What will these children do, or how will they survive? I'm eating everything today, hata sina savings, hata sina nini, like kila kitu nimeweka yote, like tumalizeni leo. What will they do if something happens to me tomorrow? You might not know. It's not necessarily like you'll die, but maybe if you get sick, what happens? Like umekuwa mgonjwa, huwezi enda job, huwezi fanya nini, will these people still survive? That is when you start asking yourself, kuna mahali nilikwambia, have you ever sat down and ask yourself the hardest questions? Zile maswali zenye utakai kusikia watu wakiuliza, like now sasa umekaa chini, umeanza kujiuliza, this is life. What if this happens? 1, 2, 3. What will happen? What will be 1, 2, 3? Have you ever sat down? If you've not, please sit down today and start asking yourself the hardest question that you avoid or you run away from. Ama unakaa hivi unajisikia unasema mimi si hiyo hapana. Hizo sasa umekuwa ukisema hapana, ukizi brush off, ukifanya. Sit down today, gather the courage and answer those questions. Start asking yourself those questions and now answer them. Ujiambie, na by the way, what if 1, 2, 3 happen? What if I decide to start my own business? What will do? Unajua kuna ule mtu mwenye, by the way, akona potential, akona kila kitu, but there is that kafia, ile kawoga, ile woga inakukujia. But one way of you knowing that you can grow is by you actually even starting it. Hata kama una feel you are not enough. Unajua kuna ile unajiambianga, na ni wewe umejiambia I am not enough. What if you are enough? So hizo ndo maswali. What if I'm enough? Umekushinda ukijiambia I'm not enough, I'm not skilled. What if you're skilled? What if you go beyond what you're thinking you cannot do and start trying to do what you think I cannot do? Umekaa hivi chini unajiambia mimi, ebu start doing that what you think you can't do and see what will happen. What is the worst that can happen? If you start that business and fail, what is the worst can happen? Like, yes, you have failed, but at least you tried and you learned something. And I loved it when I saw a certain businessman saying, in business there's no failure. It is you learning and you do better. So what if you start a business and you start doing better? And what if you start a business and become successful? Like, what if? So let us start growing mentally. Let us start thinking of greatness. Let us start thinking of how well we can be. What if we start thinking positive? Wachana zile negative. Umta kuambia negative, you don't take it to heart. The worst thing is when people tell you cannot do it, start taking it to heart. You start, kuna mtu mwenza kudemoralize by the way. Hey, self-esteem killers, self-esteem killers. If you never found them, glory to God. Shukuru Mungu by the way. Kuna wewe unakutana naomba kunajiambia, how did I meet these people? But now, if you know who you are, trust you, such kind of things will not like bring you down. Tumekubaliana today, you start asking yourself those hard questions that you think you cannot answer, or those questions that you've been avoiding for too long. This is the time for you to start asking yourself those questions. Like, this is the time. Start asking, because the more you avoid them, the more you will be stagnant, the more you will never grow, the more you will be in the same spot. If you continue doing the same routine every single day, the more you will feel like I cannot ask somebody for an advice because I don't want them to think I am not. Please, let whoever want to think what they think what they want to think. But at the end of the day, you will get out knowledgeable, you will get out knowing what unanile wasemanga na wakiniona kama mimi ni mjinga, acha mtu akuone wewe ni mjinga, but at the end of the day utatoka hapo na knowledge yenye ulikuwa unahitaji. Utatoka hapo na ile kenye ulikuwa unataka. At least you will not be the same. And of course, learn the habit of learning something new every day. And of course, the sign of mental growth, ama unaonyesha you are always accountable. Like, don't just let things go. You're accountable. What happened? You're accountable to your time. You know, time is very, very important and very valuable. Unajua tunakuanga tu accountable for money. Unasema hii pesa ilienda hapa, hii kaenda hapa, iko. But have you ever been accountable for your time? Like, how have I spent my time today? I had 12 hours. These 12 hours, in the past 3 hours, what did I bring out of these 3 hours? Like, what did I add to myself? Like, when I sit down, I can be proud, like, whoo, Trev, today, that's those 3 hours, this one thing you learned. And you can be proud of. Yeah? And you know, most of the time, my friends who I love, because when I learn something new, I'll make sure, like, nimeshinda nikirudia, nikakwambia, nikairudia, nikikwambia, paka ingie, sata wewe, mwenye uko na interest nayo, you don't have any other option. You just have to learn what I have learned. And you know, the best part is when you learn something and teach somebody else what you've learned, you actually become better in it. But ukijiambia, ni kama tulikuwa na a certain guy we had in university, umwambia, by the way, have you learned how do you know this statement? Akwambia hata mimi inanisumbuanga. And then when you go to exam, guy, like, papers zikiletwa, nyinyi wengine upote hamkuwa na hiyo knowledge, mko nda kumuuliza, and we're not going to ask because mko nda kumuuliza, ndo at least elaborate kidogo, awapanulie, ape ufafanuzi wake kidogo. But anakuambia hapana sana Peter. But right now, ule mnasema maisha, usicheze na maisha. Where you think people are today, it's not what the same spot you'll find them tomorrow. Treat people well, because you do not know who they will become, right? So nowadays, we're like, hey, Lord, like, teach people, have a learning spirit. I think that is one thing I've learned my whole life. Be a person who can teach people something. Like, teach people. It does not cost you anything. And also, the sign that will show that you're emotional, like you're mentally, grow vizuri, you always have emotional control. Kuna wakati unasikia kabisa nataka kulipuka, like I want, huku ndani ni volcano, you just feel like it want to erupt. But even at that point, you control your emotions. You feel like you put the feelings kando, una put kila kitu kando, and you're like, oh wow, you're well. Na wewe sasa unasikia una erupt, huyu mtu unaweza toa volcano, lakini you still like, glory to God. Yeah, you're fine. And once you, even the Bible, I love it when you say the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Kuna fruit of self-control. Kwa nini tu tukapoa? Umaika chini by the way ukajiuliza, mbona tu Mungu akaamua kupea watu fruits of the spirit? Like umaika chini kuanza kuangalia hizo fruits, kuanza kuangalia, ukaanza kujiambia mbona tukapewa hizi. Ukaanza kuchambua okay, I'm an overthinker, but umaichambua imoja baada ingine, una love, kindness, gentleness, ukachaguka anza kujiuliza mbona tulipewa hizi. It's because it's what you need to attain. Most of us need to attain. Ukiangalia tu vizuri kwa hizo zote, kuna zenye uko nazo lakini kuna zenye lazima tu attain. Like you have to attain them. Like you need to work for them. And for you to be emotional, to have that emotional control, you need to be sober, you need to have kindness, you need to forgive, you need to control yourself, you need to when to react and when just to be silent. You know, sometimes silence doesn't mean that you're weak, or doesn't mean that you don't want to, or you don't understand, or unakaa wewe ndio hauelewi vitu. Sometimes you might want to react by the end, you have every reason to react or anything, but you just decide just to see people. And I've come to realize most of the time when you're silent, you actually see a lot. You see a lot. You see how people, for lack of better word, for how foolishness of people mali mefikia, and you tend just correct yourself. So for you to show that you're mentally growth, you are accountable, you know how to have the emotional control, and of course you have the willingness to learn. You know, kuna ule mtu mwenye unaweza taka kumsaidia kitu but ye mwenyewe ashaweka block, like you've already put a barrier for yourself, like this is how I know how it is done, and this is it, and this is it. Please remove the barrier, have the willingness to learn. So you may fanyaje, or how will I do it better, or how can I become better, or what do I need to correct, or what do I need to do, 1 2 3. And when you are willing to learn, trust you me, kuna viboko zikuangi mzuri. Unajua kuna ile ukiwa unajua kuna ability of discomfort, and you can never grow where you're comfortable. Once you see you're somewhere where you're comfortable, everything you're doing, you feel like I've reached, yes, nimeshafika, niko sawa, please, you're in the danger zone. Out ni nje, like haraka, like ukikuwa mahali penye wewe ndio, like wewe ndio uko kwa ligi, like nobody else can, wewe ndio unaweza kila kitu, nobody else can say anything, kila mtu anakuja kwako for advice ni nini, you are falling, you're in the way to the road yako ya kufall kwa hapo karibu. Please change the road, and of course have the ability to have long-term thinking. When I say long-term thinking, I'm telling you, you're not just thinking for now, you're thinking for tomorrow, 10 years to come, 20 years to come. These are the people who have visions. These are people who know in the next 10 years, I don't want to be employed. I want to have my own company, employ other people, and this is how I'll be treating these people. This is what I want to do with these people. This is how far I want my family to be. This is how far I want my business to be. This is like, have long-term thinking. And what is the plan for you to do all that? Ni umepanga nini? This is why you need the diary. Kwa sababu 10 years to come, whatever you put down on paper, you start visualizing, you start becoming to reality. Utaanza kuitoa, sasa itoke kuwa kwa karatasi, kwa kitabu, ianze kufanya nini? Kukua kwa reality. You start working on it. You start knowing, I want to be this kind of business. Nani amenitangulia kwa hii biashara? Na nani nafaa kuwa nikienda anielezee nilipitia hapa nikaanguka, so nafaa kupita hapa na hapa ndio usifanye nini usianguke. Ni nani nafaa kuwa na yeye niambie, by the way, you need to start investing in 1 2 3 so that your business will be 1 2 3. So if you get this diary, trust you me, you can never go wrong. If you get this diary, you can actually have the best in your life. Like kila kitu the revelation, umeenda kwa gari, and then God pops in an idea for you, that business idea, anakuonyesha vile utafanya nini. When you have this executive diary, trust you me, uwe uko kwa matatu, uko kwa ndege, uko kwa train, uko kwa ofisi, uko kwa, you will not feel embarrassed to remove it. Like you remove it with pride, knowing that there is something that I want to write down, and you'll be like flowing. Even the lines will be flowing. moja kwa moja zinaambatana vizuri, the lines flowing. And then if it is a vision that takes 3 years, you'll always have somewhere to refer to, and you'll have somewhere to know how far I'm going, nimefikia wapi, nini nahitaji kuongezea, nini nahitaji kuondoa, nani nafaa. Because when you have a vision, you also need to know who are supposed to be included in your vision, because hakuna siku yenye Mungu atakupatia vision yenye yako peke yako. You will be the vision carrier, but you also need people who will propel that vision to the next level. When you have a company, you cannot be everything in the company. You need people. Umesomea, let me use for example in media. Nimesomea media, but I cannot be the person here presenting. I'm the person setting the camera. I'm also the person recording or taking myself live. I'm also the person who will edit that. I'm also the same person who will go to meet the clients. I'm also the same my friend, you will break down. I'm also the same person who will be the accountant. You will be, please, when God gives you a vision, you also need to know who and who are supposed to be included in your vision. That is how important for you to have these diaries. And as I'm finishing, this one thing I wrote down: mental growth is a journey, not a moment. And of course today, Leo, I want you to take that one step. Protect your mind, train your thinking, and choose growth daily. Like, protect your mind, train your thinking. We agreed that you have to train your thinking that you are the best, you are an entrepreneur, you've already won. And once you start thinking like that, you start making positive moves towards your goal and towards your success. And also choose to grow daily. Why do I say choose to grow daily? Once you choose to grow daily, that means there are habits you will put beside, there are habits you will not go with to the next step that you've taken today. There are things that will not take forward with you. There are things that you will actually make sure that they have died completely in your life. And of course, be sure to decide to grow. Like, leo amua kabisa, decide with everything that you have. Make sure that you have decided that I want to grow mentally, I want to grow spiritually, because once you grow mentally, your spiritual level is high. You are unconquerable. Like, wewe ndio utakonka hii dunia. You make sure that everything goes on in the speed of God. Not atakuuliza what happened to you. The traumas that you had, sometimes you say thank God for them. Like, if it happened and you're like, let go and let God. You're like, I need to move on. Whatever happened. I have a life to live, and I need to be sober for my life. I need to be sober for my destiny. I need to be sober for that business that is growing, and I need to be there for that business that is growing. And of course, thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for being together with me from the beginning until now. And the key point is continue partnering with Oracle TV, making sure that you are still online every time, every hour. We are still on air, making time for you, and you making time for us. It is the best decision ever you can ever make. So continue partnering with us, continue making sure that we are on air for you to get those quality sermons, for you to get those good programs, for you to hear what is happening all over the nation and around the world, and for you to be sober every single time. Making us on air is the best thing you can do, is the best decision you made since we started. For those partners that have been there since day one until now, may the good Lord continue blessing you, and also partnering with you in every business you do, in every area you want to venture into, wherever you want to go. May He order your footstep. Wherever you want to make any bad decision, may He always remember your partnership sacrifice, your partnership seed, and may He come through for you. Whenever evil is being planned against your life, may God come through for you for this one thing you decided you will do, and you genuinely doing with obedience. You've always partnered with us. And if it's your first time, try and see what God can do to you. Try and see how far God will take you. Try and see what doors God will open for you, because you cannot test God in this and remain the same again. I've been Trevilla Luther. Thank you so much for partnering with us, and thank you so much for keeping it Oracle TV. Continue staying with that, because the future is right here. Until next time, God bless you.